Akron Police Fire Stephen R.
There is a lady that has been missing. I don't know if a report has been filed. Her name is Katie Wohlfarth.
Can't find her. I mean, we've checked the house. She's not there. She doesn't do this. She plays Pokemon.
This is the precise moment when this killer realized that a murder he had committed was captured on camera. This is the shocking case of Michael Olsen. In the summer of 2019 in West Ohio, Mary Kay Katie Wohlfarth's friends and family became increasingly concerned.
Can't find her. I mean, we've checked the house, we've checked everything.
After repeatedly trying to contact her without success. After 2 days with no response, her friends began fearing the worst. Katie's friends were adamant that it was out of character for her to leave without notifying anyone, prompting the police to ask more questions in hopes of uncovering leads. Katie's friends did everything they could to assist the police, offering any information that came to mind.
Hi, what's going on?
And her sister is missing for just about 1 hour. She didn't feed her cats. Her cats are everything in the whole wide world. Can't find her. I mean, we've checked the house, we've checked everything, we've checked the jails. She's not there. She doesn't do this. She plays Pokemon and meets all kinds of weird people playing Pokemon, and I don't know if that could have anything to do with it either.
No rats, no shoes.
Any idea where she'd go?
Here's the only thing we can piece together. She had called her sister, left a message that she had a handyman that could do work for her, and he could come to Pennsylvania and work for her, stay in her house. That's the last message anybody heard.
Did he give you this guy's name or anything?
No.
However, it was a call the police received that would provide the first real breakthrough in the case.
Akron Police Fire Stephen R.
Good morning. My name is Craig. I work at Leslie's Floor Sandy.
Yeah.
We have rental units behind our building, and there is a lady that has been missing. I don't know if a report has been filed.
Okay.
Her name is Katie Wohlfarth. My reason for calling is that her rental unit has been entered by another individual. We have it on surveillance case.
Okay.
And to my knowledge, that individual has no permission, reason, authority to go in there.
Okay, so Katie, well, how do you know she's missing?
Well, her partner, a man by the name of Dave, they both rent units from us. And he came in Monday evening, asked Richard, the other fellow that's here, if he had seen Katie Wohlfarth. And Richard said no. And Dave came in again this morning, and I started looking for the security tapes that we've got, and I found this individual going into her unit.
The call came from the manager of the self-storage facility, where Katie kept her belongings. He reported that someone had entered Katie's storage unit without permission, and he had the footage to prove it. The police rushed to the storage facility to review the evidence.
Unfortunately, as we reviewed the videotape from Monday, the unit across from it, his name's Mike Olsen. Mike Olsen, yes.
The following footage is real and reveals exactly what happened to Katie and why she disappeared. The footage begins by showing Katie moving items between her silver Sedona. Shortly after, a male suspect approaches her and strikes up a conversation. After exchanging a high five, the suspect is seen returning to Katie's storage unit, this time crouching behind the silver car in front of him as if trying to stay hidden. Moments later, Katie is seen walking away from her storage unit to dispose of trash at the back of the facility. This was the moment the killer made his move. The suspect enters Katie's storage unit and waits for her to return. Only minutes later, the suspect is seen leaving Katie's storage unit, now draped in a white blanket, as if trying to conceal his identity. He then begins packing up Katie's belongings. Security footage from the following day shows the same suspect returning to the unit. He is then seen wheeling a large object from Katie's storage unit into his own. As you'll soon see, the object he was wheeling was Katie's now deceased body. After reviewing the CCTV footage, law enforcement discovered that the unit was rented by James Olsen, who identified his son, Michael J. Olsen, as the man in the footage. The police determined that this footage provided sufficient evidence to investigate further and proceeded to open the storage unit where Michael was seen wheeling the body. Inside, they found Katie's deceased body, along with other evidence still covered in blood. Now that the police had a suspect for the murder, Olsen was arrested for breaking into a nearby restaurant on an entirely unrelated charge. The following is footage from his arrest. Keep in mind, at the time of this arrest, Olsen had no idea the police knew about his involvement in Katie's disappearance.
Go by Michael? Mike. Okay. I'm Sergeant Tony Stravaggi. I'm with Actor. You, the detective Brian
Yeah.
Okay. Since you're in cuffs, I gotta read you these, right?
Olsen believed that he was about to be questioned for breaking and entering when, in reality, he was about to learn that the murder he had committed just days earlier was caught on camera. The detectives began the interrogation by easing Olsen into the conversation with small talk. After reading him his Miranda rights, they decided to first ask about the break-in, hoping he would open up before suspecting that he was there for something more serious.
They drink all day, every day. They drink a liter of Kamchatka in here every day. While I do some laundry, you don't need to get away from my mother. My mother's a bear. But Bob didn't even recognize me.
When, today or?
Yesterday. No. Yesterday.
Okay.
Yeah, Bob didn't recognize me. He thought I was Josh.
You shaved your head.
Yes, exactly.
Olsen still believed that the entire interrogation was about the break-in charge. But when the detectives returned, he would soon realize why he was truly being questioned. Olsen was visibly surprised when the detectives mentioned they had met with his father.
Well, we met your dad today, and he was saying that.
You met my dad?
Yeah.
Yeah, did you talk to your dad on the phone today at all?
Yeah, a couple times.
Yeah.
And
What'd you
shop? You ran out of gas.
Yeah, I ran out of gas. I've been running out of gas a lot lately. It broke. Yeah, so.
However, as the investigators began asking Olsen details about the storage unit, he likely started to piece together that this wasn't about the break-in case.
I don't know, 3-4 days ago, something like that, 5 days. I literally, my days have been running together so much that I'm freaking going crazy.
Sheila from
Yeah, that's Dave and Kathleen? Katie? That's the same name, right? Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Who is she?
She has a storage unit up there, I think, with her, I thought it was her husband, Dave, or something like that. I met him before.
Which unit?
I don't know what the letter is. I have no idea.
Olsen continued to deny his involvement and stick to his story. The detectives, however, did not relent. They intensified the interrogation to try to extract more answers. The detectives laid out all the evidence they had right in front of Olsen, attempting to get a confession, but he continued to deny his involvement.
No, I wasn't.
Video doesn't lie. Can you explain that?
No, I can't.
Do you know why we found any blood in her unit?
Pardon me?
Why we found blood in her unit?
You found blood in her unit?
Yeah. Do you have any cuts from when you were?
I've got cuts all the time from working construction, man. All the time.
Again, is that blood going to be yours? Or?
Oh yeah, this is. I'm a picker, so sometimes I'll get in there and scratch my nose.
But again, the blood that we found in her unit.
Oh, is it gonna be my blood? No. How would that be my blood? I didn't cut myself over there, so no.
Olsen eventually began to confess, starting by telling them that his ex-girlfriend had turned him into a different person.
You know what happened?
Yeah. So stupid.
I mean, you can't feel good holding this in.
No, I'm not. I just
Tell us what happened.
I snapped, man. I snapped. Something came over me.
What makes you?
My ex-girlfriend, dude, it was a downfall. So she wasn't holding a gun to me. It might have been an ex-girlfriend, but she made me a different person because of her toxic, narcissistic ways.
Olsen explained that he had been mentally, verbally, and emotionally abused by his girlfriend, which is undoubtedly terrible. But it's unclear why Olsen brought this up here. It seemed like he was trying to garner sympathy from the detectives, or at least shift some of the blame for the murder onto his ex-girlfriend. Regardless of his reasoning, the detectives pressed Olsen further to secure a full confession.
I don't know, just a snap from Katie said something about my ex-girlfriend.
Tell us what happened.
I mean, I think you know what happened. I think you're just getting me wanting to say it.
That's why I told you, this is your narrative. This is your chance to say for your story.
Yeah, well, I just...
Are you just a cold-blooded,
no,
homicidal maniac?
Not at all.
Or was it heat of the moment?
Heat of the moment type of thing. I snapped. I just went over there, hit her on the head. That was it.
What'd you hit with that?
Yes.
Like a metal pipe, a walking stick,
Something in there.
wooden.
Yeah, it was actually a piece of, I don't think it's a piece of the fireplace stick. I don't know what it is. I just saw it, I grabbed it, and I just snapped it.
Did you do it in her unit, or?
And then I just tried to get rid of the evidence, but let's see what I can do. Because I knew about this cameras.
Where's the van?
No idea. I parked it in the hood somewhere.
Olsen was charged with aggravated murder, gross abuse of a corpse, grand theft of a motor vehicle, and trespassing in a habitation. He pleaded guilty to the crime and was sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole. While being verbally and emotionally abused is never okay and should never have happened to Olsen, it doesn't justify taking Katie's life.